Yeah, hello. So, it's been a while since I've been here, but there's been a lot that's happened since then and now, so we're gonna have to get to it. So, since uh since I last was doing videos, I was basically living in my car. So let me tell you what's happened since then, which was like I think since January or February. February. So basically, I just was living outside of my house, and then after living outside of my house for about 6 months while I was living around here. And then I don't even know how it happened. I don't even remember. I probably came up to the door, and then all of a sudden, the person pretending to be my mom decided to be cool and let me in the house and live here and feed me and help me get tabs on my car, things like that, saying I need to go to work and things like that, knowing it's not my real mom. Okay, so I end up going to work for about a month. I was working at this warehouse, and the thing about that is it's not just here. It's there. It seems like it's everywhere because I've worked there for. I mean, I first worked there like 10 years ago, right? So you work there. It means you see some of the same people. You see some new people, but then you also see some of the same people who are new people. You know, like people who replace people, people who pretend to be people. So that happens there as well. Like, for example, Krista, a girl named Krista. I've known her from years ago when I used to work there. She still works there, but it's not her, it's someone else working there. And it's like, that's that, right? But I'm trying to get an IT job, and apparently it's really difficult. I didn't know if it was because I was black. I didn't know if it was because like everybody already knows the situation I'm in and they're fucking me or what. But I can't get an IT job. I've been getting interviewing, talking to recruiters and things like that, and it just doesn't seem to go in favor. I had an in-person interview. I felt really good about it. No, it didn't fall through. So that's been going on. But most recently, I was last night. I'm like, man, I can't sleep, man. I'm under the influence of meth or something. Like I can't sleep. Like, and I'm really worked up, you know, my mind's racing. Like, why do I feel like this? And then today I wake up and I have a cigarette and I'm like, oh shit, it's in the cigarettes. Then you think back to that moment where the lady sold you the cigarettes and she was acting a little weird. Just like every time they act a little weird, which is all the time, they're doing something. But I discovered it was the cigarettes. And the cigarettes have been fake now. Let's just get that out the way. The cigarettes have been replaced like just normal cigarettes. They're not like cigarettes anymore. They've been replaced probably give or take about a year ago. Give or take 9 months to a year ago. The weed's fake still at the stores. It's more stores too because I was working in Sumner. They're fake. Like not all, I think I got like one good batch of like real marijuana, but that's fake. The cigarettes are fake. I don't know about the alcohol. Haven't drank alcohol in a while. But it's like some bullshit, you know? And it's just basically bullshit from every angle. Not to mention these motherfuckers with cell phones planted in my goddamn head, just talking all the goddamn time. You know, I can't get rid of them. You know, I ask them, hey, remove the cell phones out of my head. You guys are fucking terrorists. Leave me alone. But it's like, they can't. They can't. So, I mean, and then when you've been dealing with this shit for years, right? So it's been going on. This shit's been in here for years. Been fucking with me for at least like a year and a half. Like bad, like difficult, like living in your car and all that shit. And then like so you want a solution, you want to do something about your problems, but you can't go to the like police, you can't go to the FBI or anything, and you don't know who you can kill, right? And you know you can't kill anybody because then you know that's dangerous, but like you want to solve your problems, right? And that's like the only options I can see. But I wouldn't even know how to execute, to be honest. Like I wouldn't even know who to kill. I wouldn't even know who to go to. I don't know how to deal with this problem, you know, because it's terrorism. Like, how is your whole city gonna get replaced? But like, people are taking people's identities. Like, let's be fucking real. And this shit just came out of the blue. It just came, choo. And then like everyone like tries to play their role. Like it's like they try to pretend to be that character. That they took their identity and they physically look like them. So close to looking like them, they don't even know. I bet you everybody who watches this video is someone who assumed a new identity. Because I don't know who the fuck be watching me. So I'm probably talking to you guys. And I'm letting you guys know exactly how I feel. Because I got fucked. I got a raw end of a deal. You know, I lost my friends, my family. And you try to accept this, then you can't even like get a job. It's all broken. And then we're going to go to The Box, Roddy Ricch. Roddy Ricch, The Box. That is my music. So that happened again as well. So I made that back in, I don't know the exact timeline, but I made it it was the same shit, just like the Quick Fix Level 2 by Crazy Bone, which Crazy Bone is fake. It's another one. So we got Roddy Ricch, and I made the beat and I made the lyrics. That is my stuff. 100% for sure. They spy on me with these cell phones in my head and they take the shit from me. I'm telling you. It's not like I was going to use it. I'm going to be real. It's not like I was ever going to use that shit. But I was like making a beat with my mouth in my car. Like that's my shit. Like that. I'm the origin of that. And then the whole sound, the other sound in the beat, everything. I made everything. Everything was like manifested in my mind. Like I can't make this shit up. I'm not crazy. I don't want to just say this just to get attention and look crazy. Like, oh, this guy thinks he makes everything. No, like I actually made the shit. Like I just want to make that very clear. Like I don't want people to just think like, oh, he thinks he knows everything, or he thinks he's just crazy. He thinks he's better than everyone or whatever like that. It's not about that. It's just about facts. It's about the truth. And that shit is mine. I don't know if I missed anything in the interim, but that was mine. There's a couple more songs. I talked about them in other videos. But that was 100% mine. Yeah. And then most recently, man, I was that job I was working at. So they have multiple agencies. It's like they compete with each other. They have multiple agencies that hire people there. I don't care. I'm just blasting like what's going on. I mean, I'm just telling you what's going on with me. So they have multiple agencies, right? But they pay like a base pay. And then there's one that pays you per container. So like per the work you do, you get like just an amount of money. And then if you could do the work really fast, you can get a lot of money, like double your pay. So I'm like, oh, why didn't I go there? Like that's where I was supposed to go, because it's work I've done before. It's work I've already know how to do, like efficiently. So I'm like, why didn't I go there? And then they were saying all types of excuses why you can't go over there. But ultimately, it's just because everybody wants to go over there because it's pay per your container. So I go, and it's like they're dodging me, you know? It's like they're dodging me and they're lying. And like you could just see it in their body behavior. Like they're not being real. Like what's the agenda? Like what's behind the scenes? Like I'm just a dude trying to go to work and trying to get the top dollar for my pay. So I don't know what that's about. And I try to talk to the guy, and it's like, that's his bag. He's here. Oh, no, he's not here. But everybody tells me he's not here. Like, what is going on? Just little stuff. Like, but it's like, I don't understand it. Like, just explain why you can or can't do something. Don't, like, duck and dodge me. So it just doesn't make any sense, you know? Like, I just can't seem to win, like, in any... I'm the only thing I can really get. I have a place to live now. But usually when I start talking and saying what's going on in my life, I might not have a place to live now because people think I'm crazy. Or this person pretending to be my mother would be like, whatever. Or the person pretending to be my brother might try to fight me again or something, you know? And I'm like, just want to kill these people, man. In a way, you know? Because it's like, I'm not crazy, like, but they're definitely not my family members, and they're pretending to be my family members, and that's the front they're sticking to. It's not like, okay, we're not your family members, but it's like, I'm your mom, and I'm your brother. What are you talking about? It's like they're sticking to it, so that's a big problem because they're just lying to themselves. So you don't know, I don't know, but like then you try to even accept it, and you can't even accept it because it's like, I'm not about to go work for like minimum wage doing the same shit when I can get like double that wage, give or take, up potentially. Why would I? It just doesn't make sense. Nothing makes sense actually. There's actually nothing that makes sense. You know, and I mentioned hopefully this video doesn't get blocked because they blocked a few of these videos. And then like another thing, like a week ago, you know, I see all these Providence people walking around here again. Like and then it's just like, why? Like, what are you guys doing? You know, nothing makes sense. They try to act like they don't know you. They look away, like, oh shit, look away as he's coming. Look away. It's just weird, you know what I mean? Like, what are they doing? Like, what are they actually doing? That's what I ask myself that every time I try to like figure out what these guys are doing. But I'm just bottom line, I just think they're all terrorists. Basically everybody's a terrorist, and America's been taken over. That's like my conclusion. I mean, that's all I can really conclude. And there's nothing I can do. So I figured I might just like, at least at minimum, just make these videos so people know how I feel and what I'm going through in my perspective. Because I don't know, it seems like everybody hears or thinks they have some type of opinion or know me or whatever, but it's not via me. It's not like via like my perspective. It's like, you know, it's weird. It's weird. Like, I don't know it's almost as if like every person has a fucking cell phone or two in their head. Cause I definitely have cell phones in my head, 100%. So it's like maybe every person, all these, not persons, I'm not persons, but like these other people, the other ones who replaced people and are all weird and shit, and they all look like plastic surgery and shit. These people maybe all have cell phones in their head, but they're actually under the mind control of those people. Like, they're actually like obedient to these voices in their head that they think may be God. You know what I mean? So like, that's why. And I'm not obedient to this shit because it's actually a fucking terrorist. Like, actually. Like, don't think and the thing is, when I say terrorist, don't be thinking some Middle Eastern guy with an AK-47. Like, think like just a regular person, like your everyday person can be a terrorist. You know what I mean? Like, regular people. Don't think guns, like think technology and mind control, because that's where the terrorism is. So, you know what I mean? That's what it feels like. It's like, and then, you know, reflecting, when you reflect on your day or you reflect on your week or you reflect back into like, why did this happen? Why did that happen? Or you just be like, you know, I don't understand what these people are, because they're all the same. It's not like I go meet somebody new and they're not fucking weird, you know? And then when you do think they may not be like some just a normal, I don't know. Is black being a thing? I don't know. Like, I honestly don't know. That's why I'm like doing this, because I really don't know. I want to know, and I want these cell phones removed from my head. I don't know how to do that. I tried to go to the hospital once and let them know what was going on. Like, let them know that there was people going in my house and fucking with my shit and poisoning me and this, that, and the other. They were being real nice, and then they went away. Some voices in my head came, and they came back, and they started calling me crazy, tried to strap me up to like a chair and wheel me out and stick needles in me, you know? Another thing, I don't know if I did a video since, but I was in a mental hospital for, 30 days. They kept me for 30 days. I don't know if I made a video after I got out of there. So I don't know if these people watching know the shit or not. Because I don't know who you I think, I mean, just in the reality I'm living in, I can figure the only people watching this shit are the people who are watching me. And like, why are people watching me? Like, why is there specific people watching me? You know, like, actually, I know they're in my head, but like, what are these people fucking doing? Like, This shit doesn't make any sense. So I only can just assume. I don't even know what to assume. I assume so many things, you know? And, yeah. Just don't even know. Just don't even know. But that mental health place, I went there. Let me explain why I went there, if I didn't already explain why I went there. So I was like under the influence of methamphetamine that I got from McDonald's via a dollar large drink. And then I came here and I was all worked up, right? Because I just drank meth that they put in the cup. So I'm all worked up. And you know, when you're worked up and you're getting fucked over, you want to do something about it, right? Like that's what meth does. It makes you want to do something, right? Like some people smoke meth and clean. And then it's in like Adderall and things like that. So it calms some people down, but so I'm trying to do something, man. And I'm like really pissed off and angry. So I call the cops. I'm outside of my house. I'm like, yo, these people in my house aren't my family members and they kicked me out. The fuck? You know, I explain it to them. I get a little emotional. I explain it to them. I explain to them how their cell phone's in my head and they fuck with me. They were fucking with me real hard too. And they basically detained me, involuntarily detained me, and then voluntarily put me into a mental health facility. Voluntarily, right? So I'm intook voluntarily, so I can be there for 3 days maximum, and I have to leave. Or I can just leave when I want, right? So I'm trying to leave like day one. And they're just playing this game with me. Like, they're just literally playing this game with me. They're the same fucking weirdos like everybody else is. They're playing stupid. Like, that's all these people do. So they're playing stupid in there. And then they take me to the other side in the mental health facility. So I'm on the other side. That side, you get jail slippers. You can't have your phone. So I'm on that side. You know, and I see these people, like, I see these identities of people and these faces on these people, and they're people I know. Just like, why the fuck do you got Doc Marlin's face on your face? And like, why the fuck are you Joshua Meyer? Why are you a white boy? So like, you see these people, and some of the people, you know, some of the people are just the faces of people, you know, on a different body. It's just like, what the fuck is going on in here? But regardless of that, a lot of people came and gone in that place. But regardless of that, I got constipation in there. They feed you a lot, like 6 times a day. I got constipation. They are giving me forced medication. I tried to deny the medication twice. And they gave me no, they have like they have the big guys come out. I don't know if they might even be wearing fat suits. Like, these people are so fake. There's nothing real about these people, like from the inside to the outside. But this dude, they come out and they're big as fuck, and then they like make you take the meds, or they're gonna strap you down and stick a needle in you. So I was like, okay, I'll take them. And then I had to take meds every day. Sometimes it was a placebo. Sometimes it was like some other shit. All of it was bad. They put it in the food. So when you wake up Monday morning, you know, you feel good. I was reading books in there. That's what I was doing. I read like 3.5 books. So like, I woke up Monday morning one time in there and I was feeling real good. Let me eat some breakfast. The breakfast tastes good, believe it or not. So you eat some breakfast. Then I'm like, man, I feel tired, man. Like, man, my nose is all stopped up. So like, they put some shit in the food that makes you just like, it's bad in there. It doesn't help you. Everyone just, in the staff there, you try to explain to the staff or talk to the staff, they just assume you have a problem. Like, and like the doctor, one of the doctors was my cousin. I ain't making this shit up, man. He had a different face on, but that was my cousin, Jeremy. I can't make this shit up. Like, I know him. Anyways, that's the thing. That's the weirdest part. One of the staff members, I don't know if they're cloning people or what, man. One of the staff members was my homeboy, Robert. But he was a girl. And his name was Latasha. I know what I see, and I just can't believe it. Like, one of the intakes there was my friend Austin. But he was a girl. But it was like exact replica. Like it was Austin, but he just lost hella weight. His face is a bit skinnier. Even his feet. Like I saw him from head to toe. I was like, man, that's the homie Austin. What the fuck is he doing? A girl. He even had like, he even still called his grandpa, because they're like German, or yeah, he's like German, so he calls his grandpa Oma or Opa or something like that. And he even called his grandpa, and he was the same shit, Opa. I'm like, what? It's crazy to me just to even see that. And you can't like, but they don't like acknowledge you as Derek, and you look at him like what is going on, you know? It just doesn't make any sense. But you know what you see, so it's either, let me just break down the conclusions. So when I'm seeing this, it's either it's the same people, and they've drastically changed their face and their look and their gender, which they would never do. These are my friends, I know them. Like they would never do that. So they were obviously tricked into doing that or something. Or they're clones. Those are the only things. But I really think it's them, because it's like, I don't know. But I was in that place. And then from that place, I ended up back homeless in my car for a little bit. And then I came back here to what's supposed to be my home. Pretty much accepted my fake mom. The fake brother's fucking weird. He weird as fuck. Both of them. All of them, I should say. Brian, Jason, and Wes. Fucking weirdos. But the thing is, it's like, everyone's a weirdo. It's there's no way realistically, like, what's really going on here? Because it's like, when you see someone you don't know, you're meeting people for the first time, or you meeting people you don't even know these people at all. And they'll do the same gesture. Like they follow you around. Like I've been getting followed around with people doing the same gestures for like a year and a half. Whether it be like some gang stalking shit, or whether it be like something specific, like a fake cough or a sniff. Like they'll be having, like, you'll be trying to talk to them, then they'll just be weird as fuck with this blank look on their face, and they'll go like this all out of nowhere, like they do it real quick. It's just like, how does everybody do that, and what does it mean, you know? And but then they're weird on top of that. Like you can't have a normal conversation with them. You can't do anything, like, and then. Because I just went back there, and it's just like weird vibes from these. They're not people, they're weird. Because it's like, basically anybody who accepts these fucking cell phones in their head are going to be fucking weirdos. That's just the bottom line. Because it's like, it's crazy. Like, how could anybody have these cell phones in their head? These motherfuckers ain't God. They're just people or algorithms. It's either technology or people, but they're not God. Like, these people aren't God. That's the thing. Like, that's what I believe could be a big problem, is like they just put cell phones in people's heads via the dentist or via a bad bitch you might have slept with, and then, or not bad bitch, and then they basically try to control you and manipulate you. So, a good solution to all of this shit, first of all, we have to figure out what all these fucking wannabe people are. What are these things? Who are they? What? Like, I was just watching The Hunters. I don't know if you guys seen it. It's a pretty good show. And, it just came out, and it's about 1977, where they're hunting Nazis. They got all Germans. They got Germans, and they have a crew of people who hunt Nazis. Like the Nazi doctors and shit who did stuff in World War II. It's supposed to be based on true events. And then after the war's over, all of these people, the Nazis and the Jews, the good people and the bad people, all get to come to America and like just live American lives. But the people who were bad, the Nazis, were getting hunted. And they were killing these people. But they were like asking them questions and then killing them because they know they like killed hella people. And so it almost reminds me of something like that. Like, so all of these people that live in this city now, including my friend's family, everybody, not even in this city, I think I don't know how wide it is. I know it goes out like to the next cities, but it's like all of these people are they like some type of, were they in a war? Are they assuming new identities? Or is it the same people that lived here already? It's the same people and they're assuming new identities. Or is it like the really bad people who rip off people in America, but they look like good people and they just need to assume new identities, you know? I don't know, but that's where I'm at. And it's like, what triggered me to do this video, just so that's clear, is these goddamn cigarettes, man. I woke up, I'm like, man, I was so fired up yesterday. I was like, damn, I wonder where like, what did I consume to make me feel like this? Because it's not me. I'm like, man, smoke a cigarette. And I'm like, this is the goddamn cigarettes, man. So that's why I made this video. And everything that comes out of my mouth is the truth or my honest opinion based on my observations. The box, though, Roddy Ricch, that's mine. Shout out to Roddy Ricch. I don't know the kid. Whoever made that beat for him and made him do that song or gave him that song, they're fucking criminals. Or they're not criminals. Maybe it was the person they got it from. Somebody's a criminal, and it's these people in my head. So Roddy Ricch, The Box is mine. Crazy Bone Quick Fix Level 2 is mine. And I want to make that very clear. That album does not reflect my thoughts or beliefs in any way, shape, form, or fashion. It was just a quick little off-the-dome freestyle that was just copied and stolen and used the fake Crazy Bone to release it. I can't make that up. I'm just saying that's the truth. And no matter how you play it, you know, you can't win in this situation. You know, I've been trying to get a job. That doesn't work, apparently. I don't know, but I don't know why. I wish I knew why. I just don't. Like, my whole life, you know, that, oh, you're black, or the, you know, so I never wanted to use that excuse. I never even thought it was an excuse. It's like being black is not an excuse. That doesn't mean shit. But it does, though. I didn't know how much weight it carried. Like, I thought it was more or less like, you know, when you see the music videos with ignorant young black men and guns and women and drugs and things like that, I thought it was the typical stereotypical image from that and how it carries on into society, because it's true, it does, and that behavior. But it's not the behavior, it's actually deeper than that, because maybe, I don't know, I'm just trying to throw all possibilities out there. But my whole life, I've never thought racism was a thing, or, I mean, I knew it was a thing, but I didn't know how much, like, it carried weight. But, you know, like, I truly do believe, like, the people who are really in charge really are evil. Like, they're evil as fuck. I really do believe that. And I really don't believe they are black. I believe they are white people with blue or green eyes, right? But, you know, and it's not like I'm asking for the world. Like, I'm just asking, I can't even get, like, you know, whatever avenue I take, like, I have the capacity to be anything I want to be. Like, actually. Like, I'm really good at things. But it's like whatever avenue I might want to travel down is going to be manipulated by the forces of these people who plant cell phones in their head and they're able to control all this shit, you know? Like my music has all been stolen. Like they just fucking spy and they use it later. Like so that shit came out in December. So oh okay, so that was between like June and December probably of last year when I did the box. But that's where I'm at. I believe it's been a terrorist attack right here in America. I feel soloed out, so I feel like everybody else is like the same, whether like in a sense where it's like they're the same race or they're the same culture or they're the same and they're in the same community, and I'm just not. That's how I feel, right? Like that's what it feels like. And the only thing I can assume is like, okay, well, I'm still me. I'm still Derek Husky. No one's pretending to be Derek Husky in this here. So that's why I don't fit in where everybody else is just pretending to be somebody, and that's the norm. That's what I think it is. You know? And then there's like another part where it's like, man, did these people think I told them to do it? Almost as if someone's just copying me. You know, I'm a trustworthy person. I know what I'm talking about. Like I know what I'm doing generally. Like I know what I'm doing and I know what I'm talking about. So people generally trust me, whether it be my family or my friends. Genuinely. So it's like, man, that's why I feel like, man. And on top of that, like my qualification, just everything about me is good, or was, or is supposed to be. From, you know, I had a good background, a good work background, a good work history, a good, you know, good education. Everything about me is good. I have the qualifications to get a good paying job. I have the history to get a good paying job. I've never left any job on bad terms. And that's another thing I hear from these fucking weirdos all the time is they mention things like that. And it makes me think about myself. It's like, because all these fuckers are targeting me. So I think about it. I've never left. So, I mean, if they are trying to imply some shit of that nature, it's not true at any job. When I quit this warehouse a couple weeks ago or so, or a month ago, because I was mad. I wasn't mad. I mean, I wasn't like pissed off. I was happily whistling while I work. But at the end of when I was done with my work, I told him, I was like, don't take it. And I said it like funny, like, you know, I don't talk to people like rude or assertive. I'm pretty chill. So I'm being funny and I tell him, I'm like, yo, don't take it personal. But I quit. You know, just kind of joking, but I'm serious. Like, I'm really not coming back. And they say, what was they saying? I was just like, you know, it's some bullshit. You know, people like me who are capable of knocking this work out really quick should be on ECM, where I can get paid per container, where these people on ECM who work like fucking slugs should get paid hourly because they're slow as hell and they might make more hourly anyway. Like, but they don't listen to nothing I say. Nothing I say they listen to. Like, they load their trailers at like 75% capacity with lack of training and there's not a person who actually knows how to load a container. Tie and height is possible. Like the best actual way. Not a good way, but the best way. I'm just stating facts and not like trying to like attack anybody. But yeah, I was like, I'm not coming back. They're like, see you tomorrow, Derek. I'm like, not coming back. It's like I have, and it's not like, I just have to prove a point, you know? I have to prove a point, but they don't even care. They can give a fuck less. Like, they really don't care there. They don't care about having a high producer. They don't care about having a good guy to work with. They don't care about anything. Nothing they care about. It's just my assumption. Just the vibe I got when I went back there. So it's like, it's fucked though, like, you know, altogether. And then like I had this interview on the phone yesterday. it just pisses me. It pissed me off thinking about it while I was under the influence of I think it's methamphetamine that's in the cigarettes. And I don't do drugs. Like, I just smoke weed. That's it. So he was asking me, because he was asking me about Providence and why I left there. So I told him the truth as vaguely as possible, but it was like a good way I said it, where he would like kind of understand. Then he like mentioned something about still going through it or something. I know you're still going through it. That just pisses me off because he's like some old white fucker who probably knows what's going on. Like he's doing it, or he's just trying to gain information, whatever. It just kind of pisses you off, you know, because it's like what the fuck are these people doing? Like, they're not doing anything, you know. And I have to assume like they get paid to do this shit. So they're like paying people money to walk around here like fucking zombies in disguises. And they're all people I know. It's weird. It's fucking weird. But yeah, hopefully this video is gonna get blocked. Probably it's long, but I'm gonna wrap that up. I ain't lying.